Hello and welcome to our newest video on how to make
kombucha. So kombucha, it's kind of like iced tea, just not the same flavor. Once you get it right, it'll be like a bubbly drink, but like a fizzy drink, but most of the time it'll take a couple months to get it right, Mom?
Yeah, do you want me to talk about kombucha first?
Yes.
So kombucha is a fermented tea drink, and it is a probiotic drink, and it is delicious, and it is really good for your gut, for your body. It's hydrating, low in sugar, but really sweet and delicious. And so we like to make kombucha, and it's one of Rachel's favorite drinks. So we wanted to show you guys how we do it. So first we need to start off with boiled water, and we make tea. So in here I had 3 bags of black tea and 2 bags of hibiscus tea. I just like hibiscus, and I experimented and it ended up working fine when I made it this way. And hibiscus has lots of health benefits. It tastes citrusy, it's light, it has a pretty pink color. So we've just stuck with it, and our kombucha has been really happy. So you take while it's still hot, you take out the tea bag so it doesn't get too bitter, and then you add 1 cup of sugar.
And you want to use real sugar, not
Normally I use organic cane sugar because it's just less processed, but couldn't find any right now. So we're just using regular old granulated sugar, and it's very important that you use sugar and not like a sugar-free sugar or a honey. Honey might work, I haven't tried it. But you need to use sugar because this is what's going to feed your SCOBY and make your drink fermented and bubbly. Okay, so pour it in.
If you're wondering what a SCOBY is, it looks like a jellyfish, and I'm going to grab it.
I'll stir.
This is a SCOBY, that little thing that looks like a jellyfish in the top. It looks disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Feels disgusting, but it doesn't taste so disgusting. You normally don't drink the SCOBY, you drink like the SCOBY's juice.
This is the guy we're feeding.
Oh, it looks like a liver. That's disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Apparently chickens like SCOBY, so we'll find out soon enough. So we're gonna let this cool, and then we'll come back and continue the process. Okay, so we're going to do what's called the second ferment. So this is kombucha that has been fermenting on my counter for about a week, just over a week. You can let it set anywhere for 5 to 10 days or longer, I've heard. I did mine for 7 or 8 days. So I drained it out of here, leave a remaining about a cup of liquid with the SCOBY. I just set that aside, and then we're gonna put our cooled tea that we just brewed in there to start again. Hang on, buddy. Then we, so second ferment is when we bottle it with fruit juice, and then this is gonna continue fermenting and eating the sugar in the juice, giving it more flavor, and it'll make it nice and bubbly. So that's what we're gonna do now. We've experimented with a few different types. We like using cherry juice and pineapple. We've tried these 2, and these are our favorites so far.
You can also try pomegranate juice. Adam. I saw a little head right here. You can also use pomegranate juice. You can use apple juice.
I haven't, but you could. Yeah. I put about like an inch or so in each, maybe a bit more. And then we're just gonna fill. And it's important to make sure you leave space in all the bottles for the bubbles. And we're gonna set this aside now for 3 days on the counter, away from the sunlight, and it's gonna keep fermenting.
Adam, stop saying boogie.
We need to make sure we leave, this one we just ran out of kombucha. Ideally, you wanna fill it up and leave a good chunk of space at the top, just to leave room for the bubbles and the gases that can form. So all of them are filled. We didn't have quite enough to fill all of them today, but we filled them with our juice. We're just gonna set them aside in the kitchen, away from direct light, for 3 more days. And you're gonna wanna burp them occasionally. So just like, and it will pop. So we'll do that every day. Just give it a little pop to release some of those gases. And then at the end of 3 days, it'll be nice and fizzy and delicious. And then we will store them in the fridge, and keeping it in the cold will stop the fermenting, and we'll just be able to enjoy them throughout the week. Okay?
Okay.
Don't shake.
We filled up this one with pineapple juice and this one with cherry juice, so that's why they look different.
Okay, so our tea has completely cooled. You can add ice if you need to speed up the process like we did. But the sugar is dissolved, the tea is cold. We have our remaining about a cup of the previous kombucha in here. The SCOBY is in here. Now we're going to pour this in. Ellie, what do you like to call kombucha? What do we call it? Bucha, bucha?
Bucha, bucha.
Bucha, bucha. So Rachel and Ellie like to drink their bucha, bucha over ice. I like to mix it with ice and then a bit of sparkling water. Now I always make a mess, so. See? Okay, and then I like to top it up with water just so we have enough. So I'll top it up to here with water. Ellie, give it a stir for me. Okay, and then I write the date on so that I can keep track of when it's been a week. Cover this with a coffee filter or paper towel so that it can still breathe and air can still get out, but you cover it. I'll put the coffee filter. And then you just set it aside on the counter. There you go.
All right, so our kombucha is all done. So now we're gonna open up and taste it.
Ooh.
And you can see that layer of fizz right there.
Cheers.
Hi guys, this is I hope you make a kombucha video. Come below if
You made kombucha before?
you made kombucha before.
Hope you like our video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!